Yes. Andhra Saraswata Parishad. Next topic to be discussed. May 26, 1943. May 26, 1943. The date on which Andhra Saraswata Parishad was founded. What was the background for the foundation of Andhra Saraswata Parishad? The question can be expected on Andhra Saraswata Parishad. A general question like the role of Andhra Saraswata Parishad in the socio-cultural awakening of Telangana. That can be a question about that. So we have discussed in the previous class about Andhra Mahasabha. Andhra Mahasabha, which was originally started as Andhra Janasangh in 1921. But later, after almost one decade, this Andhra Janasangh has been transformed into Andhra Mahasabha. The goal of Andhra Janasangh was different and the purpose of Andhra Mahasabha was different. Andhra Janasangh had a clear intention of promotion of Telugu language, whereas Andhra Mahasabha has some political ambitions. So the purposes of these two organizations are going to be different. So Andhra Janasangh, when it was founded in 1921, it has the sole purpose of promotion of Telugu language, encouragement to the Telugu scholars, Telugu authors, and establishment of Telugu medium schools, publication of Telugu books, writing the Telugu book. These are the various the purposes for which it was established originally. But later in 1930, when in the Jogipeta session, it was transformed into Andhra Mahasabha, all these goals aims were left behind. And it has went on concentrating on some new goals, like abolition of Vetti, achievement of political rights, responsible government in the Nizam state. This is how there was a great switch over from the actual goals of Andhra Janasangh to the subsequent goals of Andhra Mahasabha. So meanwhile, in 1942, in its Hyderabad session, as we have seen in the Andhra Mahasabha sessions, in the 1942 Hyderabad session, Andhra Mahasabha has decided to start a separate organization for the original purpose for which Andhra Janasangh was founded initially. So, for the same purpose for which Andhra Janasangh was once established, this Andhra Saraswata Parishad also has been established here. So, that was on 26th May 1943. 26th May 1943. Right. It was started in the office of Golconda Daily. In the office of Golconda Daily, it was established. So, before discussing the activities of Andhra Saraswata Parishad, I think I need to give the introductory part for this. Note cheskoledu kada introduction? Okay. So, make a note of a few lines as part of introduction to Andhra Saraswata Parishad and its role in socio-cultural awakening of Telangana. Write down. Andhra Saraswata Parishad as the wing of Andhra Mahasabha for the promotion of, as the wing of Andhra Mahasabha, was founded in 1943 for the achievement of literary goals of Andhra Mahasabha, goals of Andhra Mahasabha, when it was originally founded as Andhra Janasangh in 1921. In 1921. Andhra Saraswata Parishad outlived Andhra Mahasabha and rendered a valuable service in the field of promotion of Telugu language. Its activities even caused the rise of socio-cultural awakening in Telangana region. Right. What were the goals of Andhra Saraswata Parishad? The aims for which Andhra Saraswata Parishad was established and has fought. Okay. Take down some of the aims for which the organization came into existence. Establishment of Telugu medium schools. For the promotion of Telugu, the mother tongue of the majority of the people of Telangana, Telugu medium schools need to be established. That was one of the goals, establishment of Telugu medium schools. Promotion of Telugu language. Publication of Telugu books. Next, continuation of the library movement. By establishing the libraries. These were the aims. Okay, what were the activities carried by Andhra Saraswata Parishad? But before that, we need to take up the names of the leaders. Who are the leaders who are involved in the activities of Andhra Saraswata Parishad? Lokanandi Shankar Rao. Lokanandi Shankar Rao. Lokanandi Shankar Rao. You can write in the bracket. First president of ASP, Andhra Saraswata Parishad. First president of ASP. Birudu Venkata Sheshayya. బిరుదు వెంకట శేషయ్య. Write in the bracket General Secretary. Bukkapatnam Ramanujachari. Bukkapatnam Ramanujachari. Write in the bracket the Vice President. Next, Burgula Ranganatharao. Not Ramakrishna Rao, Ranganatharao. Burgula Ranganatharao. Write in the bracket. Additional General Secretary. These were the office bearers predominantly. Then apart from that, the main leaders, apart from this office bearers, some other leaders who have played a very active role in these activities. Devulapalli Ramanujarao. You can write in the bracket. He has served as a president for the longest period and enriched the activities of ASP, Andhra Saraswata Parishad. Next, Suravaram Pratapareddy, some other leaders. Kaloji Narayan Rao. Marri Chenna Reddy and Bhaskara Bhatla. Krishna Rao. Bhaskara Bhatla, Krishna Rao. These were the important leaders. Next, what were the activities carried by Andhra Saraswata Parishad? Activities of Andhra Saraswata Parishad. The activities. Numerous activities were carried in the promotion of what you call Telugu language literature by the organization. Let's see some of them, for example. Publication of books in Telugu language. That was one important activity. Publication of books in Telugu language. Okay. Write down some 2-3 lines here. Andhra Saraswata Parishad published the ancient literary books into Telugu with along with publication of books on the Telugu administrative terminology, and Telugu dialects. Telugu dialects. Right. We need to see some of the books published by it. In fact, it has published a huge quantity of books in 3 volumes. Huge quantity of books were published by it in 3 volumes. Each one of the volume was published by it with different titles. The books were published in 3 volumes in different titles. Let's see each one of the volume and the books published under that particular volume along with the authors. Pandita Saraswatam. The first volume, Pandita Saraswatam. What are the books that were published under this category? Kavyalankara Sangraham. Kavyalankara Sangraham. Authored by, written by Surya Narayana Shastri. It was written by Surya Narayana Shastri. Saraswata Vyasa Muktavali. Saraswata Vyasa Muktavali. Burgula Ranganatha Rao. It was written by Burgula Ranganatha Rao. So these books can be asked even in the prelims examinations also. The books that were published by Andhra Saraswata Parishad might be asked in the prelims examination. Next, Sahitya Sopanalu. Sahitya Sopanalu. Divakarla, written by Divakarla. Venkatavadhani. Next, Shalivahana Gadha Saptashati Saram. Shalivahana Gadha Saptashati Saram. Rallapalli, written by Rallapalli. Ramakrishna Sharma. Rallapalli Ramakrishna Sharma. That was the first volume which was published by it. So we are just discussing about one activity. The one activity was publication of books in Telugu. So for the promotion of Telugu language, you should enable the people with the availability of Telugu books. So for which Telugu books writing has been promoted here. Writing of Telugu book is being promoted, and whatever the books that were written, they used to be published. So Pandita Saraswatam. These books actually, in this first volume, the books they were meant for the scholars and educated elite. Pandita. Pandita means the scholars. They meant for the scholars. So for the promotion of what you call the Telugu language, these 3 categories of books have been published. First category aim to meet the need of the scholars, Telugu scholars. Next, the second category, Praja Saraswatam, the second volume. Praja Saraswatam. Second volume of books was Praja Saraswatam. Some books that were meant for the common people were written here and they were published here. Meant for the commoners, the general public. The early category of the books were meant for the scholarly people, and the second category of the books were meant for the commoners. Take for example, Andhrula Sanghika Charitra. Andhrula Sanghika Charitra. Social history of the people of Andhra. The meaning of Sanghika, social. Andhrula Sanghika Charitra. We got the question in the previous exams about the author of this book. Andhrula Sanghika Charitra. The book is available even in the market today. And it was written by Suravaram Pratapareddy. Suravaram Pratapareddy was the author. And Andhrula Charitra. Nelaturi Venkata Ramanaya. Palle Padalu Devulapalli Krishna Shastri. Devulapalli Krishna Shastri. Next, third volume. Third volume meant for the children, the kids. Bala Saraswatam. Bala Saraswatam. Mana Desham, the first book in this category. Mana Desham. Authored by its president Devulapalli Ramanujarao. Devulapalli Ramanujarao was the author. Next one, Veera Gadhalu. Veera Gadhalu. Written by Gadiyaram Ramakrishna Sharma. Gadiyaram Ramakrishna Sharma. The next one, Mithai Chettu. Mithai Chettu. Adiraju Veerabhadra Rao. Yes, publication is one of the activities. Writing the books and publishing the books is one of the activities that was carried by the organization. Then coming to some other activities which tried to be promoted by Andhra Saraswata Parishad were organization of, the next activity was organization of adult literacy programs. Adult literacy programs. Adult literacy programs. Night schools were established. As part of that, night schools were established to educate the illiterate adults. To educate the illiterate adults. Night schools. రాత్రి బళ్ళు అంటాం. అడల్ట్ లిటరసీ అంటే అడల్ట్ లిటరసీ పొద్దున గ్రూప్ వన్ ఆఫీసర్స్ అయితే మీరు మీ ఫంక్షన్స్లో మీరు ఏ డిపార్ట్మెంట్ అన్నా కానివ్వండి, గవర్నమెంట్ ఇలాంటి ప్రోగ్రామ్స్ పెడుతుంటుందన్నమాట. మధ్యలో అడల్ట్ లిటరసీ ప్రోగ్రామ్ అందులో ఒకటి. అంటే ఏంటి ఇక్కడ అడల్ట్ లిటరసీ అంటే చిన్నప్పుడు చదువుకోకుండా బలాదూరు తిరిగి అలాగే పెరిగి పెద్దవాళ్ళు అయిపోయి ఉంటారు కదా, వాళ్ళని పట్టుకొని చదువు చెప్పించడం. అది డిఫికల్ట్ టాస్క్. అది చిన్నప్పుడే రాలేదు వాళ్ళకి చదువు, ఇప్పుడు చెప్పించాలన్నమాట. ఎందుకలా అంటే ఫాల్స్ ప్రిస్టేజ్ అంతా. గవర్నమెంటు లేదా ఆ జిల్లా లేదా మా రాష్ట్రం 100% లిటరేట్ రాష్ట్రం అని చెప్పుకోవడానికి. ఏంటి లిటరేట్ అంటే, లిటరసీ అంటే ఏంటి అసలు? ఏం రావాలి? సిగ్నేచర్ చేయడం వస్తే లిటరేట్ అనమాట. ఇంకా అయిపోయింది. సిగ్నేచర్ చేయడం వస్తే సరిపోయింది. సరే, అతని పేరు మీరు ఇంకో రకంగా రాస్తే మళ్ళీ చదవలేడు అతను రాసుకున్నట్లుగానే చదవగలుగుతాడు. అయినా లిటరేట్ అనమాట. ఎంత ఫాల్స్ ప్రోగ్రామ్స్, కంప్లీట్గా ఇరిటేటింగ్ ప్రోగ్రామ్స్ అనమాట. మీరు ఊరికి వెళ్తారు, రాత్రిపూట బళ్ళు ఉంటాయి, ఆఫీస్ అయిపోయిన తర్వాత మీ ఇంటికి వెళ్లకుండా వాళ్ళ ఇంటికి వెళ్ళాలి మీరు చదువు చెప్పడానికి. ఆడు ఒకటే క్వశ్చన్ అడుగుతాడు, నాకు 70 ఏళ్ళు సార్, ఇప్పుడు నన్ను నువ్వు చదువుకోమని చెప్పి నా తాట తీస్తున్నావు, నా వెంట పడుతున్నావు, సరే చదువుకుంటా, నీకేమైనా ఉద్యోగం ఇస్తావా? సాధ్యమా? అలాంటి క్వశ్చన్స్ ఉంటాయన్నమాట ఊర్లలో ప్రజలు. అసలు మనం పనికిరాం వాళ్ళ తెలివితేటల ముందు. అసలు గవర్నమెంట్ ఆఫీసర్స్ను చూస్తే వాళ్ళకి ఎక్కడి లేని ఉత్సాహం అనమాట. ఒక ర్యాగింగ్ మొదలవుతుంది అంతే. గవర్నమెంట్ ఆఫీసర్స్లో ర్యాగింగ్ జరుగుతుంది అనమాట ఊర్లలో. అట్లా క్వశ్చన్స్ అడుగుతారు వాళ్ళు. అడల్ట్స్ లిటరసీ ప్రోగ్రామ్స్. సో వన్ ఆఫ్ ద ప్రోగ్రామ్ దట్ వాజ్ స్టార్ట్, అడల్ట్ ఎడ్యుకేషన్ డిపార్ట్మెంట్ ఒకటి ఉంటుంది, మీకు తెలుసో లేదో, అడల్ట్ ఎడ్యుకేషన్ డిపార్ట్మెంట్. ఆ డిపార్ట్మెంట్ యొక్క ఇంపార్టెన్స్ ఏంటంటే, ఆ డిపార్ట్మెంట్లో పనిచేస్తున్నటువంటి వాళ్ళు, ఆఫీసర్స్, ఎంప్లాయీస్ ఎవరైతే ఉన్నారో, ఇట్స్ ఎ పెయిడ్ హాలిడే ఫర్ దెమ్. పెయిడ్ హాలిడే అనమాట. అస్సలు వర్చువల్గా దే విల్ హ్యావ్ నో ఫంక్షన్ టు పెర్ఫామ్, నో డ్యూటీ టు డిశ్చార్జ్, except the program, adult literacy program. That too government used to start that depending on occasionally. Some occasion is the what you call base for the starting the program, commencing the program, like Dasara, Ugadi, Sankranti, Akshara Sankranti, Akshara Ugadi. This is how. So it will go along with the Ugadi. That's it. Then afterwards government won't bother about it. సో బట్ ఏ కైండ్ ఆఫ్ ఇరిటేటింగ్ ప్రోగ్రామ్ యాక్చువల్లీ. అంటే ఎప్పుడైనా కానీ గవర్నమెంట్ స్కీమ్స్ అనేటివి టార్గెటెడ్గా ఉండొద్దు. టార్గెట్ పెట్టి ఇదిగో ఇలా అని ఉండొద్దు. నీడ్ బేస్డ్ ఉండాలి ఎప్పుడైనా, అప్పుడు సక్సెస్ అవుతాయి. వాడికి నీడ్ లేదు ఎడ్యుకేషన్, నువ్వు వెళ్ళి ఫోర్స్గా వాడి మీద ఎడ్యుకేషన్ అని ఫోర్స్ చేస్తే వస్తుందా? రాదు. వాడికి నీడ్ ఉందనుకోండి, నీ వెంట పడతాడు. వాడు వెంటబడి నాకు నేర్పించు అని నేర్చుకుంటాడు. అలా నీడ్ క్రియేట్ చేయాలి, కానీ ఫోర్స్గా మనం రుద్దకూడదు. అందుకే గవర్నమెంట్ ప్రోగ్రామ్స్ చాలా మటుకు ఫ్లాప్ అవుతాయన్నమాట. ఎందుకు ఫ్లాప్ అవుతాయంటే ద వెరీ డిజైన్, ద వెరీ ఫ్రేమింగ్ ఇట్ సెల్ఫ్ డిఫెక్టివ్. ఎందుకు డిఫెక్టివ్ అంటే దే విల్ బి ఫ్రేమ్డ్ బై ద ఐఏఎస్ ఆఫీసర్స్. ఐఏఎస్ ఆఫీసర్స్ దే లూజ్ దేర్ ఇంటెలిజెన్స్ వన్స్ దే గెట్ ఇండక్టెడ్ ఇంటూ ద సర్వీస్. When they get into the service, they lose their intelligence. They stop thinking. They stop using their intelligence, their mind. సో నాకు డౌట్ అనమాట, వీళ్ళు గవర్నమెంట్ ఉద్యోగం వచ్చేసిన తర్వాత, ఐఏఎస్లు అయిపోయిన తర్వాత వాళ్ళ ఇంటెలిజెన్స్ అంతా, ఐఏఎస్ రావాలంటే యూ షుడ్ బి గ్రేట్ ఇంటెలిజెంట్, యూ షుడ్ బి వెరీ నాలెడ్జబుల్ పర్సన్. ఎందుకంటే అందులో ఉన్నటువంటి ఎక్స్పోజర్ అలా ఉంటుంది ఎగ్జామ్లో. అంత రాసి వీళ్ళు సెలెక్ట్ అయ్యి వచ్చారంటే అంత ఎక్స్పోజర్, అంత నాలెడ్జ్ ఉంది అని వాళ్లకు. కానీ ఈ నాలెడ్జ్కి అంతా ఏమవుతుందో బహుశా తుప్పు పడుతుందేమో దానికి. ఒక 5 సంవత్సరాల తర్వాత ఈ నాలెడ్జ్ అంతా ఎరోడ్ అయిపోతుంది. ఎరోడ్ అయిపోయి ఇక వాళ్ళు ఒక మూస ధోరణికి అలవాటు పడతారు. దే గో ఆన్ వాట్ యు కాల్ ఇంప్లిమెంటింగ్ ద స్కీమ్స్ బ్లైండ్లీ, విచ్ విల్ బి ఎ ఫెయిల్యూర్ అట్ ఆల్. బట్ అట్ ద గ్రౌండ్ లెవెల్ యూ విల్ బి ద పీపుల్ in the capacity of group and officers to implement them. So it will be completely on your part. That fellow will be monitoring by sitting at Hyderabad, You will be at the ground level. The ground reality will be known to you and you will not be allowed to disclose them to the officer. Higher officer won't listen the ground reality. He least bothered about the ground reality. He bothers only about the result. I have given the task of educating the people. How many were educated by you? Let me know that. Bring the list. ఇలా ఉంటుందన్నమాట వాళ్ళది. Adult literacy program, one of the programs that were, one of the activities that were carried by Andhra Saraswata Parishad. Next, another activity. Conducting the examinations in Telugu for the Telugu students on the lines of Hindi Prachara Sabha. On the lines of Hindi Prachara Sabha. What is Hindi Prachara Sabha? Are any of you aware of it? Hindi Prachara Sabha? There is a Prachara Sabha by name Dakshina Bharata Prachara Sabha at Madras. You might have come to know about this particular Prachara Sabha when you are in your school. They organize some Hindi exams for Pradhama, Madhyama, Uttama, like that. There were some stage of examinations. To promote Hindi among the South Indians, this Sabha was established by the Hindi Promotion Organization. On the similar lines, it has started trying to conduct the examinations in Telugu language because Telugu was the disregarded language here. It was a neglected language in the Nizam state since Urdu was the official language here. That was the reason it has adapted this particular activity for promotion of Telugu among the people, among the students particularly. Right. Establishment of libraries, another activity, establishment of libraries. Andhra Saraswata Parishad itself went on establishing the library, but despite that, it has encouraged the people to establish libraries. It has established some libraries on its own, but people were also encouraged to establish the library. Because library is going to play a very vital role in the socio-cultural awakening of the people. So, the movement has been again resumed by, the library movement was again resumed by Andhra Saraswata Parishad, which was disrupted by the death of Komarraju Venkat Lakshman Rao. It was resumed by Andhra Saraswata Parishad. Next, organization of the Conference of Telugu Poets, Telugu scholars, where the felicitation and awards were carried for the poets. Right. Next activity. Promotion of mother tongue. Among the Telugu people of Telangana. Among the Telugu people of Telangana. Among the Telugu people of Telangana. Next one. Organization of essay competitions in Telugu. Essay competitions in Telugu. and awards for the winners. Awards for the winners. These are the various activities that were introduced by, carried by Andhra Saraswata Parishad. So that was a role played by it. So with the role played by Andhra Saraswata Parishad, numerous libraries went on established in the Telangana region, and in those libraries, the books which were published by Andhra Saraswata Parishad were placed for the purpose of the availability of the people. This is how Telugu was tried to be promoted by Andhra Saraswata Parishad. And Andhra Saraswata Parishad is still functioning, whereas Andhra Mahasabha was ended in 1946 itself. Andhra Mahasabha came to an end in 1946. But Andhra Saraswata Parishad is functioning even to this day. But its name has been changed. It has a different name. Sahitya Academy. That was the name. Yeah. Take down the concluding words about Andhra Saraswata Parishad. Andhra Saraswata Parishad played a crucial role in educating the people of Telangana about the importance of their mother tongue by multiple activities. Its activities apart from achieving the required goal, had also contributed for the awakening of the people of Telangana socially and culturally. Right. So that's what about Andhra Saraswata Parishad. Okay, the next area to be discussed